Hi everybody, this is Jared Clowery with Back in Action YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a review on a tournament I was just um, at Stienway Billiards in Queens, New York. It was a pro tournament by the Predator, Tony Robles Predator Tour, which recently at this tournament I found out he canceled the pro events that he would do on Saturdays. Typically he does the amateur he does the amateur on Saturdays and then he does the pros on Sundays. And he just said he wasn't getting enough pros, so he's just going to do a few big pro events, and this was one of them. So I figured I'd do a short video and a review on the tournament and the pool room itself. So as far as the tournament goes, I believe it was a full field, and it's just after the U.S. Open, so it was like full of all champions. You name it, and they were there. Jayson Shaw, congratulations, Jayson Shaw won the event. He beat Shane Van Boening in the finals 15-10, and if you wanted to see some good pool, I mean, outside of myself, who unfortunately I went 1-2 and out, I didn't play very well. There was just some of the best pool I've ever seen. The pockets are a little bigger at Stienway Billiards, and then you put on top of that the best players in the world, so you just get to see unbelievable pool. As far as a review of the Predator tournaments themselves, Tony Robles, on the plus side, he does a great job. William Finnegan was helping run the tournament. I don't know if they're partners or whatever, but he does the Calcutta and he runs the tournament. Everything goes pretty smoothly. There's never really any issues. The only thing I see that's kind of widespread, and my personal opinion, I favor the players too. With the 10-ball tournaments, he plays on the Predator anyway. They play call shot, call safe, and usually with rules and stuff, it's like a 50-50 thing. But with the called safe, like not one of the pro players I asked, and I asked a lot, agree with the called safe part of it. Because it takes away the two-way shot, and anybody that's reached a high level in pool, two-way shot is a very skilled shot. Sometimes it's three-way shots. They're really skilled shots, and they just take that right out of it. If a lot of times you try to overcut a ball a little bit. If you're gonna miss a tough shot, you want to overcut it, and you get a safety out of it. But that just takes it away, and which would be fine if, like I said, it was like a 50-50, but it's not even. I mean, every single pro player will prefer to play just called shot, no called safe. But for some reason, that's how they run it, which surprised me a little bit because Tony's a pro, and I know Tony's a very good player. And, I'm sure he's used a two-way shot in his career. And then to even verify that more, some of the gambling games or when these guys match up, they always play just called shot when it's 10-ball. They never play called safe. So that just reinforces it. And when you got a pro tournament, you got 128 guys, the best players in the world. I think, maybe you should favor what the majority wants. They're showing up, they're making the event. I mean, our sport's struggling, so I don't think it's the rules that are going to help our sport. I think, we should cater to the players and their wishes a little bit more. I think a lot of these tournaments, since I've been back in action and playing a little bit, they're just going a little crazy with the rules. Everybody, the best players still win. You can change the break, you can change the rules, and Shane and Dennis and a lot of the top pros are always just right up there at the top no matter what rules you make. So, I don't know, that's the only downside. Other than that, I've played on Tony's tour a lot, the Predator Tour, and I always have great experiences. In the last few years, I haven't done too well, but we're looking to change that. So, On the positive note for myself, I did do pretty good in action. Probably the equivalent to second place. So if you know the prize payout, that's how I did gambling. And that's my review of the Predator Tour. I mean, it's a great tour. I wish they didn't cut out the regular Sundays for the pros, but Tony said that just wasn't getting enough players. So understandable. Hopefully, we can find a way to get that back in for the pro players. And now on to the review of Stienway Billiards, which is by far one of my favorite pool halls. I'm not sure how many tables. They got the owners, George and Manny's wife, Anna. They're awesome hosts. The food is great. There's plenty of space in the pool room to watch matches, to move around. You never really feel too crammed in. I mean, this weekend was super busy, so it did get a little crammed in there. But, typically it's just a great pool room. They also have 1, 2, 3, 4 tight tables. They got one super shim, then like a double shim, and then 2 regular shims. So not all the pockets are big. They do have those tables for action and stuff like that. And then you also have weekly tournaments. You also have weekly tournaments there for any skill level. Any skill level player. Steinway Billiards in Queens, New York is a great place to play. You can be a beginner all the way up to a pro level, and you'll get to play every single day, and you get to improve your game. I believe the house pro currently is Earl Strickland, 5-time world champion, I believe. But if you're in pool, you know Earl Strickland, so he's there all the time. He gives lessons, and I can't say enough about the hosts. They're always very gracious, and the food is unbelievable if you like Greek food, but they also have regular hamburgers and Americanized food and stuff like that. So, that's my review for Steinway Billiards and the Predator Pro Tour. Once again, congratulations to Jayson Shaw, who's just red hot right now, and Shane Van Boning also just won the U.S. Open. Congratulations to both of those guys. And if you're in the area in New York, you got to check out Steinway Billiards. And if you can't get there for a pro tournament, even if it's just a watch, you're going to learn a lot. I know I did. So that's it for now. Back in action. As always, stay low and hit 'em slow, baby.